Good evening. No, I said good evening. This is a family reunion. Now, I like Jonetta had 2 glasses of wine. I could do a lot more, but it was kind of quiet in here. I was like, we got to talk. We got to talk. I know everybody said, who is that woman? She yelling at Johnny? Who are you? And she don't know who this is. And does she know where she is? I'm part of family. And I'm here to say it's a family reunion. I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm trying to fill in the gaps too. So my aunt here, Ruby, you told me about the family reunion. We're going to speak about the Stark side. The Hunt Martins, I'm sorry. I come in the Starks. The Hunt Martin is the generation under me. I was a young God.
Okay, we're going to give a little information on how the Hunts and the Martins are related to the Fains and the Whittons. And to my acknowledgement, my great-grandmother, which is Queenie, has a sister named Amanda and a sister named Alberta. And Queenie is a Fain. So Alberta is Felton's mother. So Queenie, which is my grandmother, my great-grandmother.
She's my great-great-grandmother.
Yeah, my great-grandmother, bear with me. She married a gentleman by the name of General Williams. And the 2 of them together, Verlie Williams came out of that relationship, but I think Verlie, which is my grandmother, was already born by Queenie, so she may have carried another last name. Now, and Verlie Williams, which is my grandmother, she married Anderson Hunt. And out of that marriage, she had 3 children, which was my mother, the oldest child, Ruby Lee Hunt, and there was Othalie Hunt and Mildred Hunt. And all of the children were born in, was that Fresno or Arkansas? That was in Arkansas. So after my grandmother, Verlie Anderson Hunt, had her 3 children, then she married, she got a divorce, and she married Sugar Martin. Oh, sorry. Flower Martin. Sorry. Flower Martin. Yeah.
Sugar, flour, powdered sugar, brown sugar.
Okay. She married Flower Martin. And out of that union, she had 9 children. She had Eugene Martin, Barbara Martin, and she married into the last name Butler. There was Cottrell Martin, Lena Martin, Betty Martin, Flower Martin Jr., Ronnie Martin, Jeanette Martin, and she married a Cooley. Those are the Coolies that own the funeral home in Fresno, Stockton. I think everyone knows. And then there was Dennis Martin. So my mother was the oldest of 12. My mother married Oscar B. Starks, Sr. out of Fort Worth, Texas. And out of that union, she had 7 children. My oldest brother, Oscar B. Starks, Jr., he married Cheryl Harris. Out of that union, she has their oldest daughter, Carmen, her son, Christopher, another son, Oscar the third, and the last son, Toshan, which married Raynell. Then I have another brother named Charles E. Starks. He married Victoria. Anyway, her name Victoria. And they had a daughter named Katrina Starks. And then there was my sister Linda. She was born, but she only lived 3 months. I think she died of bronchopneumonia. And then I have a sister, Janice Marie Starks. And she had a daughter, Rochelle Roper. And then myself, Ruby. I'm named after my mother. And I was married to Donald Bunyan. And I had 2 children, Kanisha Bunyan and Donnie Bunyan. And Kanisha Bunyan married into the Watson family, and I don't think they're related to the Watson family.
I know she was hoping they were.
That's a good reason for a frequent family reunion, so we know who our people are.
And I have 4 beautiful grandchildren. I have Kalela, she is deceased. I have Adrian Jr., Kiera, and Kamaya. A lot of K's in the family. And then I recently got married to Glenn Polius, which is a lovely husband.
All right, Glenn.
And let's see, Raynell, wait, Christopher.
Yeah. So my brother Christopher, so this is the last generation, or the generation we're on right now, the youngest. My brother Christopher, not married yet, but they're working on it. Let's all pray. No, I'm just they're working on it. They have 2 beautiful daughters. One, Keelani Starks, who's spending her first weekend with Auntie, and she's been knocked out both nights during dinner. That's her spread out across the, so that's not my daughter, although I would love to have her as a daughter. But that's my niece. So my brother has that daughter and another new daughter, 6 weeks old, Kimari.
And then I have
Starks.
And I have a brother, Anthony Ray Starks. He has a son, Anthony Ray Starks Jr., and then I have a brother, Bruce Starks. So, majority of the family right now is, it looks like most of our family's in Fresno.
Okay.
And Carmen is in,
Sacramento.
and most of my immediate family's in Sacramento. And Carmen, she's in the Bay Area, so we do have relatives in the Bay Area. So that's how the Hunts and the Martins are related to the Fains and the Whittens. And we do have an extended Hunt family that are still in Fresno.
Yeah, Bruce.
Bruce.
Paul, I know, yeah.
Y'all came to Bruce Hunt?
Yeah.
Bruce
about that. The Hunts in
You know Bruce
Fresno
Hunt?
Yeah, we know Bruce
are
Hunt.
related to us.
They had a,
No, they're
a
ready
little,
to.
I think they had a son.
That you was like?
You better say something.
I'm all scared. What you scared for?
So before we leave and conclude our part, what I wanted to say also is I was talking to my Aunt Ruby earlier when we were going to the room, and for you guys that we just played the game, I have multiple degrees. My undergrad was biological science and genetics. And I was telling my Aunt Ruby about pedigree charts, so going the ancestral chart, and I said, ooh, that would be so interesting. I wish I could get some big paper and put it on this wall, and I could do that because I do that for fun, and I do that for work. So, but I explained to her that I want to get all the information from the family so that I can start to construct a tree. And I was asking, every now and again, I would ask Aunt Ruby, who's Queen married to, and how are we related to the Fains, and all of that. So I'm putting it together in my head, and all the writing and trying to clarify all of that is because I'm going to do that. I got the card from Felton and Miss Betty, so I'm going to contact them because they have a lot of information, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do our family tree so that I know personally, with both of my parents deceased at an early age, and my brother's kind of orphaned at a younger age. Well, I want to know who my family is.
Me
I want to
too.
fill in the
I
gaps.
have my
Man.
laptop with some.
Oh, okay.
trees for
And
you.
I have the program at work also, and I contact Janetta all the time. So I want to put it together. I want to put it together so that in 2011, or whoever's going to do the next family reunion, I can get here early and put it on this wall. And you can come find your picture, and you can tell me, Carmen, that's not right. You know, these people, and we can switch it around so that we can start to piece together our history, and we know where we come from, and we, you know, and then we can bring in more people, more family members. So that's my contribution. I just want to say thank you, and thank you for inviting us to the